Hello and welcome to the Charlotte Real Estate Made Simple podcast, where we demystify the real estate process in the Charlotte and surrounding areas. We are Highland Real Estate. I'm the broker in charge and owner, Cory Warren.
And I'm the marketing director and owner, Sid Warren. So today we're going to talk about the home selling process. And whether we meet you at a coffee shop or you give us a call, our first order of business is going to be to schedule a meeting with you at your home. And we like to do that for a few reasons. But the biggest reason is just because it lets us get an idea of the condition of your home. And it lets us start brainstorming our marketing plans and how we're going to approach getting your home sold.
So once we meet you in your home, sometimes we like to just get the formalities out of the way, and that's the listing agreement. That's the professional contract that we have with you, because in selling your home, it is a partnership. We're providing maximum exposure. You're providing a home that's ready to be sold in good condition and at a fair price, the best price that we can get for you, actually. So this is all spelled out in a listing agreement, which is drafted by the North Carolina Association of Realtors, basically to protect the public, to make sure that the public understands exactly what the terms of our agreement and relationship is. And we can explain that with as much detail as you, our clients, would like. Some people are familiar with it, and they say, where do I sign? And others say, I'd like to go over every point, which is fine, because everything's meant to be out in the open and clear. So once we get past that, we're usually going to pull out a CMA that we did for you. And a CMA is an acronym for comparative market analysis, and that's where it's sort of like a mini appraisal. We're not appraisers, we're real estate brokers, but when you've been in the business as long as we have, we really know market value of homes. So we'll pull up comps that have sold in your area as close to your house as possible with the same criteria as your home, the same square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, the same type neighborhood, and sold hopefully within the last 6 months if possible. And that's going to give us a real good idea of what your home should sell for.
Yeah, and from there, we derive a range. So we don't just give you a flat cost because, like we said, this isn't an appraisal. It's not, we don't want this to be a one-all thing. It's a range. So that range has more of a meaning. It's not like, oh, your home might sell between this and this. It is the homes similar to yours have sold between this and this, and that should tell you, let me look at my home and see what the condition is and see how that compares to these other ones. So if my home I just updated it 5 years ago, you can expect it to be at the top. But if your home, the landscaping is rough and, it hasn't been updated since the 70s, then, you shouldn't expect to get to the highest of the range, maybe the lowest of the range. And yeah, go ahead.
Right, because, if you've got 2,000 square feet in your home and there's another home 2,000 square feet, and your home, like Sid said, has just been recently updated with granite countertops and fresh paint and new floor coverings and the whole 9 yards, and somebody else's home hasn't changed a bit since 1950 or 1970. Same size, same bedrooms and baths, maybe even same neighborhood, but you can see there's going to be a vast difference in the value of the homes.
Right.
So from there, we're going to go in and we're going to have a consultation as far as staging, updates, and repair. And this is based on our experience. This is a service that we provide as well. As a 24-year licensed general contractor, I can walk through a house and I can say, wow, this really needs to be repaired. Everybody these days gets a home inspection, and when they do, it points out the things that are in need of repair, the things that have to be taken care of or recommended to be taken care of before a buyer would close on a house. So we're going to look at items that might need repair. We're going to make recommendations there. As far as updates, we may say, we're really sort of in the mid-range right here, but if you were to do this or this or this, you're going to greatly increase the value of your home. And what we like is we like to make recommendations where you spend $1 and you get $2 or $3 or $5 in return for every dollar you spend when you sell your home. We're also going to make recommendations on staging. Number one thing, and we can go more into this in another episode, number one thing is declutter. People need to be able to have a vision and see what their furniture and things are going to look like in the home without the rooms feeling small because of clutter and things like that. But staging recommendations are a big part of what we do as well. And then once we discuss all this, we're going to basically set a price, which is going to be in the listing agreement as well.
Yeah, so once we set the price, we're going to move and start doing the fun part, which is where we come in and start marketing. I just graduated from UNC Charlotte with a degree in marketing, so it's what I do. It's what I enjoy doing, and I like to say that every home is different. So there's not one routine that we do for every house. There are some things that are constant, but there's always something new. There's a new way to market or a new opportunity or something different we have to do for different properties. So it's really fun to sit down, look at your property, and come up with the best ways to get it the most exposure.
And I've seen things change over 24 years in real estate. I mean, what we did 24 years ago or even 10 years ago isn't the best way to market a home today. And that's why it's so great that Sid just graduated. His knowledge is at the cutting edge of what really works these days. And
Yep.
he's doing things, quite honestly, that I've never seen before. And he loves that, crafting a unique marketing plan for each
Yep.
property that we do. And that's one way we can really serve our clients.
Yeah. So when we come into the house, we have the marketing plan. We're going to go ahead and get some HDR photos, and that basically is just really high quality photos of your house, of each room. And we're also, for homes that are over 200,000, we're going to do an interior and exterior home video with aerial drone footage. And the reason we only do it for homes over 200,000 is we found that homes below that, these videos really don't help sell it. Homes above that, you have people from all over the world, and that it just having that extra exposure helps sell that, whereas lower priced homes necessarily don't need that exposure. And then we put a sign in the yard, a lockbox on your door, and we put pointers at every major intersection within that could lead to your neighborhood, just so there's as much exposure on the internet and on the ground when people are actually in that area driving around.
That's right. Well, our job is maximum exposure. We want as many eyes to see our clients' homes as possible so that we can get the best offer possible. The more competition there is, the higher the price is going to be. From there, we reach out through 2 MLS systems to all of our co-brokers that are in this area, and they all have buyers attached with them, and they notice our property that we've really marketed and advertised well, and then they bring their clients in to show the property, and we would contact you, or Showing Time would contact you and say, we have an appointment to show your house on such and such date, to give you enough notice and time to make other plans while somebody comes in as a potential buyer. And we have showings. Hopefully we have lots of showings. If we have it priced right, that's what's going to happen. And then the offers start coming in. Sometimes you have one offer. Sometimes you have multiple offers. The more offers, the better. We're going to guide our clients in the interpretation of the offers because it's more than just price. There's terms as well. Is it a cash offer? Is it a conventional loan? If it's a FHA loan, what are the terms that are being asked as far as the due diligence period, as far as earnest money versus due diligence monies? We can really help guide in this process, and one of our fortes as well is negotiation. I've been negotiating in business for about 30 years, and I feel like we've really honed our skills in trying to negotiate on behalf of our clients to get the best price possible for them as sellers of real estate. Once we get it all negotiated out and we're very satisfied with that, then we enter into contract. We make sure the contract is drafted properly, and then that contract goes to the closing attorney and it goes to the buyer's mortgage officer, and we just sort of oversee the process from here on out to make sure that everything's done legally, everything's done properly. We are motivated to protect and to guard our clients throughout this entire process to make sure everything goes like it's supposed to go. And that includes arranging for different professional services to come in, whether it's a surveyor, whether it's an appraiser, whether it's an inspector. We make sure all that's streamlined and taken care of properly. And next, we're at the closing table, which is usually done at an attorney's office. They give us a check on your behalf. We give them the keys. The transaction's made, and then it's time to celebrate as you receive funds for the sale of your house and you get to move on to the next step of your life.
Yep. And all in all, we kind of hit the high strokes here, but at Highland, our focus is to take the pressure off you and put it on us. So hopefully you only have to experience the high strokes, and we're going to keep you updated as the time goes on. But that said, if you have any questions about selling your house, or if you're ready to start, give us a call. Or if anybody is ready or even just needs advice, we urge you to call us. My number is 704-819-2361.
And mine is 704-477-5423.
Or you can reach out to us at highlandrealestate.us/contact. Yeah.
And like Sid said, we cover just the basics. Our job is more extensive than that. And you got it. We mentioned 7 items, and in our actual checklist protocol, we've got over 20 items that we do to take care of you throughout the wholesaling process. So thank you for listening to this week's episode of Charlotte Real Estate Made Simple. Please join us next Monday as we continue to demystify the real estate process in the Charlotte area. Have a great week.